Today it's house tour day, and we're also going to be going and taking delivery of a new Lamborghini. We're going to be heading to Lamborghini Hawick and having a look at some prices on some new cars to possibly add to the fleet. I can't wait, I'm already dressed up for it, and I'm going to bring you guys with me, so this is going to be really fun. Also, before we continue, I just want to give everyone who supported my last video a big thank you. Pretty awesome. We're going to continue to bring new content for you guys every week so that you can be up to speed on the Kuznetsova Collection. So, with that, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So, I guess I probably could have planned this better. I didn't really know that I was going to be doing a house reveal. It just kind of happened spur of the moment. So, yeah, we're on the second story of my house here. This is kind of like a foyer. It's pretty nice up here, actually. I'm going to be doing more stuff as I get cozy. I just actually ended up moving here like 6 months ago. So, we're still getting furniture in. Most of the stuff is display furniture that I've had brought in from the moving company, but a lot of it was from my old house that I wanted over here, like my couch. That thing is like 10 years old. Further back down the hallway here, we have a bathroom. Able to go in here, and I just had the bathroom redone about 3 months ago. I ended up getting a bonus from work. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about what I do, too, to afford all of this stuff, too. So, don't worry. There's going to be a lot going on in this video. I don't have a mirror in my bathroom. Who doesn't have a mirror in their bathroom? What the f? The sink is beautiful. It's marble finished. Got a beautiful porcelain tub. Walk-in shower. With towel. It costed almost $70,000 to have that bathroom done. Further down the hallway, we have 2 bedrooms. This is a guest bedroom. It's not really that important. We'll check it out here in a second, but this is my bedroom here. It's locked. Let's go ahead and unlock it and walk in. Nothing fancy, you know, it's just somewhere to sleep. My TV and everything is back downstairs, but I was going to have this wall knocked out and have a walk-in closet put in, but until then, I have this, and I mean, it fits most of my outfits. I have to fit the other ones in the room down the hallway, so I mean, it is what it is. We have plenty of room for storage, and the bed's decently comfortable too, I can't lie. Been thinking about actually getting another bed, a California King, so that's $6,000 I don't have right now. Hopefully, if these videos make it, I will have it, so we'll see. You'd really think being able to own a Bugatti and Pagani Zonda and Ferraris, you'd have more money to spend on your furniture, but it really just isn't like that. And this is the view from my balcony. You can see the golf course from there. You see that? We've got more guest rooms back down here. Like I said, we have that guest room back down over there. Outside, we'll see that in a second, but let's head back downstairs really quickly. We have another main bedroom right here. Let's go ahead and walk in. This is probably my favorite room in the entire house. It is extremely comfortable in here. It's kind of my meditation room. Have an awesome view of the backyard. There's a jacuzzi out there too. Full foyer. We have another seating arrangement back over here. My drink cart, whiskey cart. This is Costa del Perro, my favorite wine. Everything here was part of a set. It was $12,000 for the entire set, but I mean, it complements the seating area in foyer perfectly, and I had to go with white. There was no other color that I think would have fit the walls perfectly. We have our living room back down here, conjoined with the kitchen, where everyone gets together, have family over. Nice little mounted TV. It's actually really funny. When I had the entire house redone a couple months ago, I opted in for surround sound and the recessed lighting they had for the kitchen, so you can see that here. There's also full surround sound with a couple of speakers hitting around. There's a couple right there. Continue with full granite in the kitchen. Beautiful oak wood, white cabinets, and a stainless steel refrigerator. Originally, when I got this house, I got a huge break because there was some type of irrigation issue in the neighborhood. So that let me get it way under market value, but honestly, I don't really care about that because I have an awesome house now. Let's go ahead and have a look outside since we're done with the inside. We'll start with the front and then work our way to the back. I think you'll like it. What took you guys so long? Come on. Got a lovely wraparound driveway here. There it is. There's the castle. There's a couple of really cool cars out here that I just kind of drive around casually, like this BMW M6. Actually really nice spec. It's completely optioned out. Black on black. Have a look at that. I don't want to touch it right now because it actually just had a wax and it looks really beautiful out here. So we're gonna get back around to this. I'm gonna have a look at the vehicles, but right now I want to pay more attention to the house. Everything is just kind of encased in stone. It's kind of like a really old rustic English type of building style that went into making the walls and all of the fencing for this. I think it looks really aesthetic up here on Caesar's Palace. I got a couple of my neighbors over here. And this is what we come back here for. You bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, 'cause I'm bout it, if you bout it. It is absolutely gorgeous back here. This is actually a lit, heated, and cooled pool. I actually just had maintenance done on it, so that costed $1,200, but for what it's worth, I get to sit here and stare at this. There's a heated and cooled jacuzzi. There's actually two of them back up there. Here, let's go ahead and take a walk back up here. I'll show them to you. And here's jacuzzi number 1. And jacuzzi number 2. And we have an awesome view of the house from here. So, now that we're done checking out the house a little bit, now we can go and have a little bit of fun up front. We can check out the cars. I know this is what everyone's been waiting for, and this is definitely what I've been waiting for. It should be pretty apparent to you guys that I have a pretty wide span taste in cars, right? It doesn't just have to be a supercar or hypercar. It can be something simple. It can be, you know, a BMW M6. It can be Toyota Camry. Oh my god, lawnmowers. Are you kidding me? It can be a Toyota Camry, or it can be this. So, I'm not going to focus too much on the BMW or the Camry because, as we know, that's not why we're out here. We're not going to be taking either of those cars back over to the car dealership, which I have a little treat for you guys. We're going to be headed back down to Lamborghini of Hawick, and it's actually a really renowned dealership. I'm really excited to bring you guys down there so you can see what's going on, and we're going to be showing up in this. So for those of you that don't know what type of car this is actually a late 90s, early 2000s Nissan. It's a 1999 actually. It's a Nissan Skyline GT-R V.Spec. Now what makes this car so special is out of, let me get this correct, I think approximately 20 or 25, don't quote me on that are registered in the US, only 5 of them are registered in the state of San Andreas under show or display, and this is the only Bayside blue one that is fully registered as a legal vehicle in all 50 states. It's pretty special. It's finished in TV2 Bayside blue, my favorite color. We have a Nismo S-Tune Sports resetting front bumper. Right now, we kind of have some replicas on it. This is actually how it came when I bought the car. I'm probably going to put some real wheels on it. I kind of like them. They're cool to drive around. If I scuff them or if something happens, I don't have to worry about them. And I have been driving the car. I put a couple 100 miles on the car since I've gotten it last November. But this car is just an absolute blast to drive, and the sounds it makes, and it really makes you feel like you're in a movie or something. We have a couple of more mods. I mean, honestly, the GTR for the most part is pretty much stock, which is why that's what caught my eye when I was looking at it online. I mean, as you can see, you know, it has a little exhaust. I think that's an HKS or a Tomei Express exhaust or something. The reps, like I mentioned. And we have Nismo Recaro seats here. Let me open it up for you so you can see here. And you'll just be able to see everything is minty fresh. We even have the factory checkered Nissan floor mats. We have the bolster. Everything is perfect. The seats are bolstered. And these are actually really comfortable for bucket seats, believe it or not. I know you'll probably see all of the reviews telling you about how comfortable GTR seats are, but I'm telling you, until you've actually sat in one, you have no idea how comfortable these things are. It's actually insane how much comfortability and usability they've been able to get out of this vehicle for what type of car it is. And it's just, I guess that's part of what makes it an icon. So underneath the hood of the GTR, it looks like it's pretty much the same exact story. Like, I mean, it's pretty stock under here. I see some aftermarket things, some plumbing, but I mean, other than that, it's looking pretty stock under here, which, again, that's what drew me to it, right? I didn't want to buy someone else's project. I wanted to buy something that I could do this to myself and make my own. So, again, this is going to be a complete project in its own, and I kind of already have something special planned for this car. So we're going to close up the GTR and we're going to head down to Lamborghini of Hawick to see if we can't go and place delivery on a new car to add to the fleet. This right here is something that you just never get tired of. This is like the pilot's cockpit is what this is. And I think it's kind of funny because you have other JDM cars, right, where the dashboard is turned more to you and it kind of feels like a fighter pilot's type of feel. But I feel like with this car, everything is a lot more casual. Like you could get into a, I don't know, a 25 GT Turbo and you wouldn't have your multifunctional display unit or your GTR gauges or a multitude of GTR badges staring you in the face, but it would be the same layout and it would feel fitting for the car, and it's something you can familiarize yourself with. And I think that's actually a lot more likable with this car, honestly. I think it's fitting. Well, let's go ahead and start it up. Okay, we're in the GTR. Let's try to make it to Lamborghini of Hawick without getting pulled over.
This is Raven Beats.
Okay, so somehow we made it to Lamborghini Hawick without getting pulled over. I am beyond excited to see what is waiting for us inside and to see if we can secure a new deal for a new vehicle for the fleet. Wow, look at this place. Oh my goodness. This is like a dream
Welcome to
come
Hawick
true.
Lamborghini. Let us know if you need anything.
Oh, thank you so much. This is such a beautiful dealership, and immediately my eyes are drawn to this red Countach. Oh, this is gorgeous. And this has to be a display car. I know they're not selling this. I wouldn't be opposed to getting one of these for the fleet, but this is gonna have to wait. Hopefully, YouTube can pay for that. And we have even more red cars. Oh, I'm so bad with Italian names, otherwise I'd be giving you the actual colors. Beautiful Aventador, it looks like an LP 700. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. I know they probably don't want us getting on the podiums. That is gorgeous. It looks like it has matching interior. I can't really see it too well from here. It looks like it has some pretty nice factory tint too. That's gorgeous. And over here, we have a 1 of 5 Lamborghini Veneno. I believe this is a $4 million car. It's either in silver or white. I can't really tell with the lighting. It looks like it has red accents. And only 3 of these cars were actually sold, which makes this technically even more exclusive. And I believe only 2 of them are in the United States right now. So this is a pretty special car. I know I can't afford this. I shouldn't even be looking at this. That is a beautiful vehicle. And behind us we have my personal favorite. I'm a big Murcielago fan. Oh, this car is beautiful. I love the interior. The split gray and black. You know, actually, I think that this might have the best allure. This car has, honestly, it has sex appeal with what the Murcielago has, in my opinion. I think it's finished in Blue Nova too. You guys, this is Zenith Caitiff. He's actually a deputy with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, and he works back over. He's the owner, actually, of Benny's Motorworks. And apparently he has another job he hasn't been telling me about, and that's selling me really expensive Lamborghinis here at Lamborghini Hawick. So I'm absolutely overwhelmed right now. You guys have Huracans, and you have Murcielagos, and you have Uruses, and Aventadors, and 1 of 5, 1 of 3 Venenos, and where do we even start?
Well, we can start with the Mercy here. I don't know, maybe there's something stored out back I might tell you about.
Okay, well, I would definitely love to see the Murcielago. That's actually what I was hoping you would say, because I've been thinking about getting a Murcielago myself, but I've just never found the time, and I think now might be the time. These are actually getting a lot more expensive too. The price on these have just shot up. And it's crazy too, because even I own a Bugatti Veyron, right? And I mean, when that was new, it was $1 million car. Now you can't find one on average for anything less than 2.2, 2.3. They've gone through the roof. Just off the back, I can see that it's Blue Nova. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has gray inlays, alloys. These are actually some of my favorite Lamborghini wheels. These come in a close second as my favorite Lamborghini wheels. If they were powdered black, they would be beautiful.
Well, it is a Murcielago Roadster, LP 640, colored in Blue Nova. It runs like a bat out of hell. It is a very, very fun car to drive. The exhaust on it is actually a custom Gintani that the previous owner, when they traded this one in for their Aventador that they ended up taking, they had Gintani put a muffler system on it, retaining the stock tip, but they had a Gintani on it, so it screams pretty loud.
Isn't that the fate of most Murcielagos? They get traded in for Aventadors at the dealership and then sit forever until someone like me comes along and buys them because they have really bad financial habits.
I mean, yes and no.
You're just being way too nice right now. You're just trying to sell me a Lamborghini. You're doing a really good job.
I am trying to sell you a Lamborghini, but I'm trying to sell you a very specific Lamborghini that I haven't told you about yet.
Oh wow, okay. I feel even more special. He wants me to spend even more money. I am noticing that this is a gated 6-speed, which is extremely rare because... So let me start out with, I was going to buy a first gen specifically for the reason of being a gated 6-speed. I've always wanted a gated 6-speed Murcielago. That's always been at the top of my list. I was going to buy a Diablo, which I'm noticing you guys don't have, unfortunately. Do you guys have a Diablo?
Not that I'm aware of. We could probably order one from another dealer, but we don't have one personally.
Okay, so we're not completely out of luck. They could have a Diablo. Tell me about the Urus, actually, because this is actually a really interesting spec. I'm noticing that, and if I'm correct, this is Arancio Atlas, and it has the matching inlays, the option wheels, and I'm noticing it actually has some pretty interesting calipers here. I'm kind of curious if that detail goes through the inside. Is this a dealer spec vehicle?
No, this was also a trade-in vehicle. Previous owner had optioned the interior in a Arancia orange variant inlay with a Bianco Isi accent, and the exterior is a Giallo variant of some sort, but I'm not exactly sure on which one.
Yeah, it's probably just the lighting. It looks really orange in the lighting. It's really beautiful. Would it be possible to see inside? Can we open it up and have a look at the interior?
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
This is a beautiful, beautiful Urus. Look at that. Love the tail light design on these. It's like an Aventador, but an SUV. I'm noticing that this has the split interior. So it has the orange inlays, and then it's split with chrome, and then the black and carbon fiber and Alcantara. This is beautiful. This is absolutely wonderful. I wish it was all one color, though. I think this is something with the newer models where they're split like this, but I mean, if I were to option it myself, I don't think I would go with that, honestly. But it's still a really, really nice SUV. So how much could I expect to pay for something like this?
Probably about 250,000, I think, is what we're asking for it.
That's not bad for Urus, actually. I'm really lying. I have no idea what's good or bad for an Urus. Actually,
Well,
really...
it is a unique spec, so it's going to be a little bit of a harder sell for most people.
I think honestly, if I were going to spend 250,000, I would want to do it on something that screams at me. And I know Uruses, although they are loud, this isn't exactly what I came for. And you're teasing me. You keep saying that you have something here that you want me to see, and it's not down here, and that's making me more curious.
Yep. I have one more car I want you to look at down here before we even get to that, though.
Okay, so can that one car be an... I know how to say that color over there. That's a Viola Pacife because that's my favorite Lamborghini color. Can we look at that?
That's the one I want you to look at.
Oh my god, you know me so well. So this is just a wonderful, wonderful spec and example of Huracan. It's actually really funny because I pay really close attention to when I'm buying secondhand vehicles. And is this actually secondhand or is this new? I can't even tell.
No, this is a new arrival from inventory. We actually spec this one out for our stock ourselves. Um, it's very new. Like I think it showed up yesterday, and I haven't even had the chance to look at the spec sheet yet. I just know that it was a very extensive list.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. And you guys, honestly, if you can't tell, I couldn't even tell if this car was pre-owned or new. So if you're around Hawick or you're in Los Santos, Upper Los Santos, come check out Lamborghini Hawick. It's a beautiful place, and you'll get to see Zen, and you'll make Zen money, and in terms that makes me happy, because a happy Zen is a happy me. We have, let me get this correct, Arancio Barales secondary, so it looks like the calipers, and then it looks like the accents for the interior, and then Violet Parsafe exterior. And this is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mix. I'm almost afraid to step inside because of how fresh the car is, right? Like, it's probably only done test miles, and now my shoes are going to get inside of it. Although my shoes are like $600, so I guess it's okay. It is gorgeous in here, and it just smells like fresh Lamborghini everything in here. The Alcantara is fresh, the stitching in the seats, everything. Everything comes together, and it's just art, honestly. There's no other way to really explain it. Everything has just been created with passion, and I feel like that's what makes Lamborghini special, honestly. I just cannot get over how the Alcantara and the accenting goes together with everything on the interior and the gauge cluster. And this is one of my favorite gauge clusters. It reminds me very heavily of the Aventador. It's just a beautiful, beautiful car. Honestly, this might be in the price range, but even with enough money possibly for this car, I feel too poor to even be standing next to this car in this color combination. This is just probably the most gorgeous Huracan I've ever laid my eyes on. Now, I know if I were going to get a Huracan, it would probably have to be special. I know I'm really, really, really liking the green one right here, but I'm kind of looking for something more special than this, right? I'm kind of looking for something maybe like a Performante or maybe a Evo or... I don't know. I came here looking for a Lamborghini, right? So...
Well, it's funny you say an Evo.
Okay.
What would you say the color of your outfit is?
That's actually a really good question. I would say my outfit is probably Blue Lamar, Blue Nila.
It's funny you say Blue Nila, because I actually have two options in that color upstairs. I have an Evo upstairs,
Okay.
and I also have a Huracan Evo STO upstairs.
Did he really say that they're the STO? There's an STO here? You really do care about my well-being, don't you?
I very much do.
You know what I like, don't you?
I like to think I do.
Press all of the right buttons.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh my god. What the f... That's a Huracan STO. I knew that was up here because you said that was up here. I just have never seen one in person. That is gorgeous. And that's a Huracan Evo. And they are both the same color. And this is probably the most beautiful pair of Huracans I've ever in my life laid my eyes on.
Yeah, the funny thing about both of these cars is they were ordered completely separately by two completely different people, and they showed up at this dealership at the same time on the same truck.
This is just absolutely insane. I cannot believe that I am here seeing this right now. This is a Super Trofeo Omologato, and this is quintessentially a road-going race car, and you guys have one here at Lamborghini Hawick. This is insane.
Yep. And I'm honestly trying to sell it to you.
You want me to buy a Super Trofeo Omologato?
Yep.
So, how much is it, first off, before we continue?
$328,555.
This is just an absolutely absurd experience. Oh my god. I would say about 10 years ago, I would have never even have dreamt of standing next to one of these, let alone being in the position to buy one. And right now I am at Lamborghini Hawick about to buy a Huracan. Well, I don't know if I'm going to buy a Huracan STO. Zenith over here seems to think I'm going to buy a Huracan STO. It sure looks like I'm going to buy a Huracan STO. I think I have to get in it, and then I'll make my decision.
You are dressed to match.
I am dressed to match, aren't I? You're so speculative. You know what? That's why you work here, because you say all of the correct things to make me buy $300,000 Lamborghinis. So I can tell right off the bat that this is super comfortable. I would definitely be able to drive this. And I love the interior. I saw the interior when I was outside, the cream with blue accents, and I didn't know if I would really like it. But now sitting inside of it, this is definitely just... This is something I could definitely see myself daily driving. And even with you inside of it, right? Like, it just... There's a lot of room inside of here. Like, these are decent-sized cars, and this is definitely something I could see myself driving.
Purchase of it does, because it's technically a homologation vehicle for use in Super Trofeo Racing, which is the Spec Race series. It does come with a 1-year track membership package to all major raceways. So wherever you live, any raceway nearby, you have access to go utilize time because of the purchase of the vehicle. It also comes with dedicated race instruction, so you can learn how to drive the car properly at speed.
Quintessentially, I'm buying a full experience with this car on top of the car if I buy it.
Not to mention the factory engineers that will come to the track day to service the car, make sure it's race prepped and ready. The crew that'll come out and work on the car while it's at the track. So yeah, essentially you're buying, for lack of a better explanation, a road legal race car with a dedicated race team associated to it.
Words really just do not describe this car at all. This is just an absolute experience. It is spectacular. I haven't even driven it yet. What about our final Lamborghini that we have here, our Evo?
Well, like I said, this one was ordered before the STO was by a completely different manager of the dealership, and they spec'd it almost identical to the STO. Well, vice versa, the STO was spec'd almost identical to this car. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but this is a Huracan Evo, which was the previous homologation car that they made for the Super Trofeo series, and it's basically an STO without all the aero.
This is beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. This one specifically has the removable hardtop on it, so it can take the roof off if you wish to have it as a roadster.
I just don't know if I could buy this after you've just showed me this. And it's hard because this is gorgeous, and I really, really want it. I feel like I might come back for it later on. Do you guys normally carry Hurricane Evos? Because this is my first time, again, seeing one of these in person and so close. I've definitely made up my mind. God, this is such a beautiful car. I just feel like this is way more suiting for what I'm looking for today. And I definitely feel like this is going to fit the channel better. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think. Should I get the STO? Or should I get the Evo? We're just in the office right now, finalizing some paperwork.
I'm just waiting on some confirmation to come back in the system here with processing for your down payment and everything. You are now the proud owner of a brand new 2023 Huracan STO.
And it looks like it's getting dark out, but as you can see, we spent all day and it's manifested itself into a new Lamborghini Huracan. Let's go have a look at it. Alright, well, we're going to be saying goodnight to Lamborghini Hawick for tonight. Such an amazing experience. It's so amazing in there. If you guys ever get the chance to come down here, I highly suggest it. Zenith is going to hook you up, and honestly, he has some of the best deals I've ever seen on some of those cars. But honestly, the night's not over yet. We still get to have a lot of fun. Let's be completely honest. Okay, everyone, well, it's been an absolute blast bringing you with me and showing you everything that I do in my day, showing you my car, and also bringing you to Lamborghini Hawick and placing delivery on that awesome Huracan STO, which we're going to see more of once it gets delivered to my house. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.